recently purchased this bike for my son. When I got it, there was a ton of things wrong with it, and there still are a bunch of issues. But the things that I fixed on it so far are the swing arm, the bushings and bearings were just completely out, and the swing arm was swinging kind of loose on the little axle bolt or whatever it's called. I had also added a gasket between the carburetor and intake. I purchased a silencer because there was no silencer on the bike as well. I did purchase rear brake pads, but when I was taking apart the bike, I found that this rear brake caliper is the wrong one for this bike. So someone replaced it at some point. It also has a leak in the master cylinder for that rear brake. And that's all that I have done so far for this bike. There's a ton more that I have to do, but I have to wait for the funds to do it. One, getting a new rear brake caliper set up. I have to purchase all new plastics, which are gonna cost a decent amount. I would like to replace the gear shifter because, as I'll show you in a second, it's kind of flimsy and it flops all over. And I would also like to replace the carburetor and intake. There is still a vacuum leak, from what I'm assuming. When you go to rev up the bike, it hangs a decent amount. So I'm thinking it's a vacuum leak. I'm hoping that's it. Carburetors, intakes, all of that for this bike, for a stock version of it, would be $27 to $35 for that whole setup, including the air filter. So yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. The engine has no leaks. The oil was good. I checked all of that. And it starts basically first kick as long as you choke it. Now, this bike has been sitting for a few days, so when I go show you the cold start, it might not start first kick. But yeah, let me show you it. So you want the selector switch on, the gas on, choke all the way up. I'm gonna give it a little gas because why not? Okay. Make sure it's in neutral. Yes, it is. The idle's not good right now, and again, it could be because it's not warmed up or because it has that vacuum leak, from what I believe. So let me start it again and I'll show you the revving. Over here, like I said, all the bearings were out. So this swing arm was just on the bolt alone, just swinging around. There's a leak up here on this cylinder for the brake caliper. This brake caliper is not the correct one. There's a little nub right there that this should go on, which it will not fit. So I need to order a different one and figure that out. I had ordered this silencer for it, which it made it sound a whole lot better, and it's pretty darn secure. So that's awesome. This shifter, like I said, it just flops around. I don't know if there's supposed to be a spring or something, but that is not okay. So I do want to get a new shifter for him. This carburetor, I believe there's a leak right here. So I want to get a whole new setup, since just getting one of those gasket spacer things with the O-ring on it would cost a couple bucks. I might as well just replace the whole thing. I did take apart this carburetor, which you're not supposed to. It's built so that you can't take it apart. The screws on the bottom here had no divots in it for like a screwdriver, so I dremeled some in. It's probably not focusing for you, but it's the best picture I can get. Now to the plastics. These plastics are broken. I hate this design. So for the seat, the only thing that screws down the seat is this screw right here. With this design, this is all one piece, all of this. So if you break your fender, which whoever had this last broke the fender, then your seat cannot be secured. So this side, it seems to be all good. I could do those plastic weld things, but I'm just gonna get a whole new setup there. After taking apart the bike, I found that this tank, the little tab here, was broken off. They must have taken a hard fall. So that's broken off. So the tank is only secured by the bolt up here right now. I have to figure out a way to do this. Maybe I'll cut a washer in half, like a large one, and try to figure out how I could attach it to that and then bolt it down. So we'll see about that. So yeah, it needs all new plastics. I don't know if the person that owned it last did this or not, or if it comes with it, but it has bar risers. It has a hydraulic front brake, so that's the only brake that works right now. There's a couple things that are really wrong with this, but it runs. So yeah. This is my son's new bike. It's definitely a project bike, so this is something I will be working on in the future. I'll definitely have a few videos about it as I make more progress. The reason why I did not record all the other repairs that I did is because I just wanted to get this running as fast as possible, or I should say rideable as fast as possible for my son. I just decided not to record anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are looking forward to more dirt bike related videos, I guess. Thanks.